I'm also thankful for my therapist, my therapy sessions. I've attended 3 and I have 2 more to go, and that's my final 5. It was I guess the 5-session package deal, if you can call it that. And even though I still have a few more to go, just those 3 sessions, and I believe I've told Joy and a few other people, is it was the first time in life where you have the opportunity to just say whatever you want and have no qualms about saying it. When you vent to someone, oftentimes the person who's on the receiving end of your vent knows the person that you're venting about. So there's a natural bias that is associated with the listening ear in which we are venting to. And when I went and just had this conversation with the therapist, it was nice. I knew I had a lot to say, but it was just nice to be able to just let the conversation come out and flow and really say what I wanted, and then have someone else who doesn't know me personally at all, hasn't met any of the people in which who I'm speaking about, just to say, okay, well, why do you feel like this? And then being able to associate these thoughts and feelings with certain behaviors and finding ways to work through it. And now I have found myself, when I have my emotional reactions or I start getting perturbed, as I often do, I kind of go back to little places and say, okay, well, what is causing this? It's added another step in my emotional reasoning. And I would say that emotional intelligence is fairly high, but this again just gave me another step into processing my emotions, and it's been great. And again, I know therapy in the Black community is such a taboo topic. I remember when I went home and my parents said, therapy? And then my dad didn't say anything, but he didn't have to say anything because I know my father very well. And I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I just want to see what it's like, and I can confidently say that it is very healthy for anyone to just go and talk. And unfiltered, and that, to me, that's what it was. I didn't expect that. I was like, okay, you're gonna come try to help me, and it's not a help session. Yes, you can say it is a help session, but for me, it was a relief session, just to be able to get all these thoughts and feelings that I have held in for a long time, just to talk. And whether we didn't come to a solution about a particular thing, I just wanted to say it.
Right.
I just needed to get it out of my mouth and put it in the world and release it off of my spirit, and that. You don't understand the emotional weight that carries. You have no idea until it's gone.
Yep.
And so I strongly encourage it, because it is genuinely just a conversation. It is not this scary thing that everyone makes it out to be. It's like, oh my gosh, I feel like when I thought of therapy, you paint this morbid room and you're strapped to a chair and everyone's like, what is wrong with you? And they got this microscope and they're bearing down saying, I'm judging you, I'm judging you, I'm judging you. And that's the complete opposite. It's like, okay, so let's talk. Well, why do you feel that way? Oh, that's interesting. Let's ask a few follow-up questions. Maybe we can connect some dots. Okay, great, your time's up. We'll talk next week.
Right.
Well, damn.
That's
great.
That's
all it is.
I tell most people it takes about 4 sessions and you're good for most problems. The other things take longer, obviously, like real trauma or something. But if you're just having a hard time dealing, or you just need what I like to call a 2-step, 4 sessions, you're good.
Yeah, and I feel good with my 3 where I'm at. I'm looking forward to my final 2, and I'm gonna try to wrap those up by the end of the year.
But you're good.
But I'm in a much better place, because I was like, man, I just need to say some things.
Yeah.
I just need to get some things off my chest.
Well, this is why I've always said is that a lot of people are walking around carrying around things that they absolutely do not have to carry. There is a way to get rid of, bag lady, get rid of those bags. Get rid of them. There's a way. I think a lot of things feel like they're permanent, like, oh, this thing happened, or this person pissed me off, or I just permanently feel this way, this is just my personality. And it turns out none of those things are true. Your personality isn't even set. The way you respond to things is not set. Nothing is set. So there is a better life available to you mentally, and I just think that it's foolish not to take advantage of that if you have the opportunity to. I know that it's not everyone can afford to go to therapy, or not everybody has a way to get there, but if you do, I encourage it. And Justin now encourages it.
Yeah,
honestly,
get it
I am grateful for this. That really, because how long have I been?
Years.
Because it just, Iyanla, but not Iyanla, fixed my life, okay? So it was just the way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you need to just get that kind of stuff off your chest, and some of it is not even negative. You don't even know. You just need to care it. You just need to say it.
Well, you said something good about connecting the dots, because there's a way that we process things as individuals. Everybody has a system, right? And most of our systems are pretty flawed, and we're not looking at the full scope of things. So I feel like therapy helps you look at the full scope of something and your role in it, and how you can do better so that you can have a better experience. Like, that's all it really is. It's about having a better experience.
And connecting dots. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a dot connector. So don't look at therapy as a fixture. Look at it as a dot connector.